Jeep needs to be fixed. It's not actually broken, but let me show you. See that thing right there? That's the U-joint. There's one on each side. It kind of transfers the rotational power to the wheels. And I'm not supposed to be able to move it like that. So that's what I'm replacing. It's the same on both sides. Just saw this poor guy on the front of the Jeep. Sorry, buddy. PB Blaster on the bolts that hold on the hub to the axle. Those bolts are on there. They look like one piece. So I gotta wait for the PB Blast to do its job. Fingers crossed. But while I wait, this video is brought to you by Don Carlos Mexican restaurant in Cape Girardeau and Blue Moon. Because beer that's good only comes around once in a blue moon. I'll probably wait a couple hours for that PB Blast to do its job, so in the meantime, I'm gonna use my Simple Green and clean the wheels that I took off front and back. Because I might as well, I got time. The reason I use Simple Green, it gets all the gunk out and it's biodegradable. Good for the environment. Well, not really, probably wouldn't say good for the environment, but not bad for the environment. Well, not as bad as the other cleaners. It has been several hours. We went to a market, we went to a brewery, so I'm back now and hopefully the PB Blaster did its job. I would hit it with an impact. I need a 13mm 12-point socket and I only have a deep socket, a 12-point deep socket, and I don't have a 12-point shallow socket that's a 13. So I can't put my impact on it to impact it, so I'm gonna have to use the breaker bar, and I really don't want to break the bolt. Turns out I got a little ahead of myself, nothing new. And then before I take out these back 3 bolts that holds on the hub to the bearing or whatever this is, I gotta work on getting this out first. Now I'm back to these. It's a 12-point, 13mm. And I just hit it with the breaker bar and it made a loud like crack. And I was like, oh shoot. But it's actually moving, but it's not moving very smoothly. I'll see if it does it again. That's how it's moving, it's just like that. Here it goes, now it's smoother. Heck yeah. There's one loose. 5 more to go. Okay, I actually got them all cracked loose. All I gotta do is loosen them all the way. And then I can pull the axle out. Alright, I got all the bolts out. Here they are. Those 3 suckers. They were holding on real tight. Here's the crazy part. I can just pull the whole axle out. Got this side loose first. Look at this. Look at this. Oh yeah. That's a beauty. Look at that. Oh yeah. Alright, if you clicked on the video just to see the easiest way to get your hub off the axle on your Jeep, this is it. Watch this. So take a 3-inch extension, put it between your U-joint there and the body of the lower control arm there. So you might have to turn your wheel to make space. You probably might have to turn your wheel. If your wheel isn't turning, put your key in and turn the accessories on and it'll unlock it. So put this right there. Turn it back a little bit so it locks, so it stays there. So now it's pinched between these. Now all we're gonna do, since we want to get this out, we're just going to turn the steering wheel right. Just like that, it's broke free. Thanks for watching. So I have both axles out, as you can see. And it was necessary to take the axles out to replace the U-joints. And I got Spicer U-joints to replace them. Spicer makes the OEM Jeep parts, a lot of parts. These are recommended by the Jeep forums. They're like a better quality than the OEM. But they're still Spicers, so you know they're gonna be good. If you don't know what a U-joint looks like, it's this little thing right here. This is the new one. The old one is in there. So now I gotta get it out. So now if I take the bolt out, the nut off from right here, and get the wheel bearing off. Oh yeah. Just like that. My wheel bearings are still good, so I don't have to replace them. A lot of people say to just go ahead and do everything while it's all apart, but that's more expensive. Now I gotta take off the clips on the inside, and then I can smack out these U-joints and put in the new ones. There's that clip I was talking about, I had to get out. Not too bad. Well, silly me just spent the last hour probably trying to get this out by hitting this with a hammer. And I kept thinking, how would that even be possible if it's like a X? And then I realized I gotta hit this instead to push it down. So I started doing that, and now it's starting to pop out. Just like that. Boom. Okay, finally got the U-joint out. You can see the little, so on the ends, on each end, it has these little things full of those rods. This one had none in it. The other ones, when I take it out, they'd fall out. You can see them there, but this one had none. That could definitely be a reason for the vibration and the play. But now I have to do the other one. Hey, big jump in the video. It's been like almost a week since the last clip. Why? Well, so I got the passenger side axle U-joint out and back in, put together. Not too bad. Driver's side though was a different story. I couldn't get the original U-joint out. This is it. Probably because I hammered the crap out of it and made the hole too small. Anyway, fast forward, I had to order a new stubby shaft, one of these things. Got it in 2 days later, put it in 15 minutes, that's all I needed to do. And then that was done. But the next day, I had to get it inspected. So I took it to the shop, got emissions, safety inspections, passed it. Great job, Jeep. However, they found a couple problems. First, the front U-joint was loose, which was causing the vibration. So it turns out all my work replacing the axle U-joints wasn't even the problem. I'm glad I got them replaced because they probably needed replacing anyway, but that wasn't the problem. They found that the front U-joint, the front drive shaft U-joint needed replaced. They found the rear pinion seal was bad. They said I needed a new serpentine belt. They said I need a new rear sway bar bushings. So I told them to do the front drive shaft U-joint and the rear pinion seal. So they did that, and runs like a Lincoln now. But I ordered a serpentine belt and front and rear sway bar bushings, and I'm going to do those myself. Basically, cars are pain. I think everybody knows that. Either way, now the Jeep runs like a champ. Well, it always ran like a champ, but now it drives like a champ. Smooth as can be. And I'm about to do the serpentine belt and the bushings. So basically, this is like a full tune-up on the Jeep, and it's gonna ride a lot better. And in a couple weeks, I'm driving it to Colorado for the whole week. So there are gonna be videos about that because I might do a bed build part 2. Stay tuned. And now let's do all this extra stuff and give it a test drive or something. Second thought, it's just been test driven and I just drove it home, so it's a little hot to do the serpentine belt, but we can do the sway bar bushings. And the cool thing about a Jeep is that under this cover is the sway bar, so they're just right on top and I can get to them real easy. Boom, sway bar right there. So looking at this, you can definitely see these are worn out because you can see where it's been slipping. It's been like going back and forth, and that's not supposed to happen. So getting those replaced with these will be a lot better. And these are on Amazon for pretty cheap. I'll leave a link in the description. Wish this wasn't right there where it gets scratched. Basically impossible to loosen it without scratching your paint. Sacrifices. So, got them out, as you can see. Old ones here, new ones here. These are just a little soft and a little worn out. These are much more firm. It was just a little pry action, get them out. Same thing, putting them back in. There we go. Like that. That's really all there is to it. Tighten down the bolts, and the front sway bar bushings are done. If anyone's wondering why I like Colorado so much, it's because I'm just standing here doing a not very hard car thing. And look at how I'm dripping. I'm streaming with sweat. I don't like that. And the reason why I didn't continue recording was because it happens a lot actually. I started the project, the front axle U-joints, and recording, going good. But as soon as I get annoyed, which happens very easily with car stuff, I just don't want to record anymore. And I know that's pretty bad because that's a whole point about being a YouTuber, but if I don't feel like recording, I'm not going to make good content, and you know how it goes. Just had to let you guys know. The simple things, that's what I like to do. That's why I had the shop do the U-joint and the rear pinion seal, because I know I have a short temper with those types of things. Bushing's already done, took like 15 minutes. Back together, beautiful. Back ones are back here, attached to the rear axle. So you're under the Jeep now, this is the rear axle. This is the bushing. Got to get those two bolts off and replace the bushing in there. The shop also replaced my straps right here. Thank you. They did charge me, but either way that was nice because they're all rounded off. I know it's not focused, but they're all rounded off and I couldn't get them off, so. Jeez. Sweet. So, I'm over here, hello. All I gotta do, take this off, just the rubber piece inside, and then put the blue one in, and bolt it back up. Rear sway bar bushings out. Here they are. The new ones are in. Putting them in was just the same thing as taking them out, but reversed. I didn't record it. If you guys want me to record things, tell me in the comments. You don't have to be nice, you can just tell me straight up. I would like to record everything, but it just gets in the way. First of all, you know, the Jeep's on the ground, I don't have a lift, and I just don't think it's very entertaining. So all I have to do now is the serpentine belt, and then we'll have like a full tune-up, and we're gonna take it for a test drive, and I can't wait. If you haven't done a serpentine belt, or you don't even know what it is, well, it's this belt here which runs all the accessories. The engine spins the belt, and it spins the AC and the alternator and the power steering. All that stuff is powered by the belt. They told me my belt needs replaced. We got a new one on Amazon. It's a Gates belt. On the Jeep forums, they said that this is a quality belt, so I'll leave a link for this in the description as well. But basically, every car will have the belt routing on here, so you just have to follow the routing, and that's how you install the belt. There's a tensioner pulley that this breaker bar is attached to. You can see it down there, hopefully. It's in there, and whenever you turn this, You see that moving? It's loosening the belt, so that way I can take it off. So all I gotta do is take it off, follow this diagram, and put the new one back on. Bad angles, I know. There's really not a good angle in this place. So I release the tension, and I can pull it off of the pulleys. And then whenever you reinstall it, you're gonna have to release the tension again. Jeez. So I can just pull it off everything now. And then put on the new one. So this is the old belt. There are some cracks in the belt. You can see that one on top right there. You're not supposed to have cracks in your belt. I was told when I bought this Jeep that the 100,000 mile service was done, which included a new belt. So either they put on a really cheap belt or they didn't do it actually. So I think that might be the case for a lot of things that they said they did. I got it from a dealer, and you know, dealers can be a little shady with that type of stuff. But anyway, this is the old one. Put the new one in, and then it's go time. New belt is officially in. It's not really worth recording because it's so hard to get the camera in there. It's such a tight space. Serpentine belts are just a lot of finagling it and using the tension pulley to your advantage. Also, before you take it out, take pictures, and if you're not sure how it goes back in, look up diagrams. There's diagrams of every car on the internet. Everything's done. Let's start it up. Make sure it runs. Make sure I did it right. And then we'll take it for a test drive. I might need a shower first, and I can't wait to see how it rides. Moment of truth. It works! I know you guys can't tell on the video, but it is smooth as butter, doesn't make any noises, and it gives me a really good peace of mind that this thing is gonna last forever. I gotta say it, it's gotta be the best car ever made. No more vibration. I've been dealing with the vibration for years, and I hate vibrations. Very happy that all of that was done. Thank you all for watching. It's the first video for a while, and there's gonna be more coming soon because I'm going to Colorado in a couple weeks, and I'll bring you guys with me. So thank you for watching. Check out my other videos, and see you in the next one. Peace.